Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Morning Weather, April the 28th already as we head toward the end of the month by Friday. Wow, it's hard to believe that that's already gotten here, isn't it? Good morning. I hope your day is shaping up well and you're feeling pretty good. It should. We've got sunshine on the way. Your forecast being brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. As we go over to radar this morning, let's take a look at what we've got shaking. In the immediate area, we don't see any rain here. In the lower part of the state, central Mississippi, all of our local counties, we go north and pick up a little bit of activity. This is going to be up to our northwest in the French Camp area, Vaden area, some small showers. We back out and we do see some showers now starting to develop over near Dallas, Plano area, some thunderstorms in that area. Also some light rain this morning just to the west of Murfreesboro through downtown Nashville. So they're getting a little bit of rain this morning, not quite so bad. Today, we expect sunshine and a high of 82. Now, it's going to be gusty. That wind's going to be kind of blowing out there on about 20 miles an hour. So expect that if you're going to be outside today. Tonight, let's talk about what's going to go on with this. As we go and take a look what the National Weather Service tells us, this is what we've got to expect for tonight. Now, the rain's going to come in after 2 a.m. Our area of concern will be from 5 a.m. until 10 a.m. in the morning. But it's those wee hours. It could start raining now after 2 a.m. Could get a thunderstorm here or there. But the main concentration of what we will get, again, will be 5 a.m. until 10 a.m. And on that scale of 1 to 5, we're at a 1. So not quite so bad. So the best of a bad situation, I guess, is what you would call that from the National Weather Service. Again, that's coming in around 5 a.m. As we go back to that forecast, after that rain moves out, we'll hit a high tomorrow of 76, but gusty, about 30-mile-an-hour gusts tomorrow. Then for the rest of the week, it is sunny as far as the eye can see. Sunshine in 75 Thursday. Friday, we'll get to 81. And then as we move into the weekend, Saturday, we're going to hit about 87, and then on Sunday, we'll hit a high of 91. So the weather is shaping up quite good over the next few days. After this goes out, it'll be getting better for us. So just a heads up on that. And let's take a minute and talk about weather. I know you've heard me do this before about weather, of taking precaution. When one of these bad boys come up, and this is a picture of a tornado that's making its way across a pasture, you need to head to your safe zone and your safe space, however you want to word that. And Patrick Allen and his friends have got exactly what you need. If you hadn't seen this, if you're building a home and you would like a tornado shelter, see them today. They can have this installed inside your home as you're building it. You can put it in a closet. You can hide it, do however you want to. Go by and let them show you that. Now, if you've already got a home, it's built, and you think, boy, I'm tired of this every time it turns up, having to leave the house, go down the road, and hunt a place to go to, call Patrick today at 693-9647. It's there on the screen. And go out and just take a look. You can browse around. This is, they'll come out. Now, these are above ground. They won't be on the ground because, you know, the older we get, ladders and things like that, you'll trip in the middle of the night trying to get to. This is above ground. You can put it on your carport. This is one here being installed on a carport. As you'll see that, it rolls in. There's your main door, and then they'll bolt it down any way that you would like it. Now, you can do this also on if you've got a patio on the back of the house, you could put it there, carport, or just in the backyard. Here's an example of somebody that put theirs just outside their door. The main thing is being safe, and they'll do that for you. Go by and see the different models they have. They have financing available. This is the look of one on the inside. You can have a TV installed. You can have a fan. That little white thing there is a NOAA weather radio, and you can have a phone put in there, run a cord from there so you can call somebody. You don't have to worry about debris going through this. They're tested, thick steel. You won't be hurt. That's what this is all about. Now, these models started around $5,000. I think this particular model is set up at $6,500. They have financing available. This is his team. They'll come out. Again, that number to call, if you're tired of this, of being worried about what to do, where to go when a storm comes up, Patrick Allen is the guy to call. And they're located on 145 South, 4 or 5 minutes right out of town on Old Highway 45 there. See them today. Call them at 601-693-9647. Let them show you around and just show you how easy it is to get your own storm shelter to where you're not having to go somewhere else and do this and do that in the middle of the night. Make life a whole lot simpler for you. Yeah. Good morning. I am Scotty Ray, and this is your first time for joining me. Welcome. I do appreciate you watching. I give a little news, a little weather each day, And then when the weather turns bad, we track it street by street as it comes near you. That's what's important. I'd like for you to share my page. It's simple to do. Go up to your friends list and hit invite. Tell them all about it, and that way they can be up to date with the weather as well. Good morning. As we go and start looking at our let's see here, our news this morning. Signs of life are really starting to come about now. Tennessee, Mississippi, Montana, and Missouri are a few of the states that are trying to slowly reopen now. And it did work. Yesterday afternoon, I went down and got lunch from, or dinner rather, from Chino's, and there was a lot of people that had turned out. I don't think Chino had gotten a chance to even eat himself. I think he'd been standing in the same place since 10:30 yesterday. So a big thank you from Chino and the gang for going out and supporting him as they try to reopen and all their families get back to work again. Great job on that. But slowly, the signs are starting to show, and we do hope that this is going to work for everybody. We get back on our feet once again. As we go to our next news story this morning, I go into this with heed. I want to warn you of what's going on. Tyson Food, they are a major supplier of beef when it comes to pork and also chickens of the slaughterhouses where all this is distributed and sent out to the grocery stores. They're warning everybody that the food chain could be breaking. And what do we mean by that? They've had several plants that they've had to close due to people getting sick. In one of the plants, 400 people got sick and they had to shut down. So if this happens, then there won't be enough food, beef, meat, and things sent to grocery stores or restaurants. It's not there yet, but they did send up a warning signal, a little blurb about this. So you might want to grab a extra piece of steak and throw in the freezer there so you're prepared to where it won't be, well, you can't get any meat. Just thinking, in case you don't have any extra deer meat anywhere. That's just a thought. Hopefully this will not happen, and it's just a precautionary thing. But as your mom used to say, better safe than sorry on this. This is the latest thing. As we get updates on what we can do to get rid of the coronavirus or protect yourself from it, the latest is the facial mask and then taking a pantyhose and wrapping around that, putting it on your face. Now, I highly urge not to do just the pantyhose. I think you should have the other there as well. But if you're trying to keep this away from you, try that now. Put that on and then go ahead and get you some pantyhose. I guess a knee-high would work. Do they still make those? I remember hearing that. Just small thoughts. I don't know if the control top panel. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. But pantyhose. As we look at the next story, New York City says that they're going to cancel the presidential primary. They'll let us know when that date comes that they will do that. So they're still worried of getting people together to vote. But officially, New York has canceled the primary at this point. We'll keep you on top of that and give you updates as that comes about. Our next story, and boy, am I glad that I don't live in North Korea and have to pronounce this stuff. Kim Jong-un would be replaced by Kim Yo-jong. Anybody ever tried to say that? Now, the deal is that Kim Jong-un, if I'm saying this correctly, hadn't been seen for a little while, 2 or 3 weeks now. He had something done with his heart. And if he were to get sick, and there was rumors out that he had passed away and they just weren't telling anybody, that his sister, Kim Yo-jong, would take over. Say that real fast. Kim Jong-un and Kim Jong. Yeah, I can't say all that. But he hadn't been seen. But Trump says he's okay. Don't worry about any of that he's going to be back. But they say she's pretty tough there. Y'all try that. Imagine sitting back having to do a newscast and talk about Kim Jong-un and Kim Jong-yong. I got to stop all that. Boy, that's tough. Anyway, that's what's going on in North Korea. They say he's all right, and no word yet if Chuck Norris has really went over and done anything with him yet. Sad news is I guess sad and also good at the same time. It's sad that anybody would even consider doing something like this. Of course, Willie from Duck Dynasty, a day or so ago, they were out in their yard, went inside for a moment, and this guy here on the right, Daniel King Jr., drives by and shoots their house. He done 2 homes that way in West Monroe, Louisiana. He has been caught. There's no word or reason as to why he did it. There are others that were in the vehicle. They are in the process of finding out who they are and arresting them as well. It was a Ford F-250. Neighbors saw it. They reported it. He was arrested. But Willie said that they'd just been out in the yard a few minutes earlier. Grandkids were there. Everybody's safe. Why on earth would you want to do that? I mean, what is the purpose of this? What's the world coming to? I hope they do something with this guy, make an example of him as to if you go do stuff like this, this will happen. That's usually the only way that things get curbed is by an example. And hopefully this guy right here, Mr. Daniel, will have him an example made of him. So Willie and the gang are okay there in West Monroe. As we look at this, a sad news as it comes up in New York. An off-duty cop was killed because two people were racing. Two BMWs were racing down the road. He was on his Harley, and they hit him from behind, and he was killed tragically. So we pass along condolences to his family as well. There's no reason for a drag race to happen like that and anybody be hurt. Just bad. So that's a few looks at what's going on in the news this morning of and above and around the world. Our next story that we want to look into as we go over here and take a look at all of this is our coronavirus as we look at what's going on in the state of Mississippi right now. We are up to 6,094 cases. Now, again, I want to stress that this number is going to change a little bit later this morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's going to be updated, and we'll have new numbers. We've had 229 deaths in the state of Mississippi. We go here and look at Lauderdale. Currently, 304 cases early this morning with 19 deaths. As we move northward through Kemper County, 49 cases, 1 death. Over to Neshoba County, 156 cases and 3 deaths. Now, that's been a hot spot lately. Last week, if you'll look at this, it was somewhere around 71 cases last Thursday, Friday, and it's jumped a lot like that. That's your breakdown there. It gives you which race has it. It's rough. As we go up to Winston County, they're still, let's see here. In Knoxville, 52. We go over to Winston County, 40 cases. Down to Clark County, 47 cases and 3 deaths. So that's an outlook of what we've got this morning so far. And again, those numbers will be updated. 6,000 cases in the state of Mississippi so far, 6,094. As we turn and go to the world map, we see that there are 3 million cases of this now. The United States, if you'll look at here in the background, let's zoom in a little closer there. This is starting to spread a little bit more with that East Coast. If you divide the United States down the middle and go due east, all the way toward New York, Chicago, it's where those bigger cities are. Lots of cases there. Out west, where it's sparsely populated, it's not traveling quite as fast. And there have been 211,000 deaths worldwide. That's where we are on all of that. So I hope that gives you a little information this morning so you're up to date with what's going on with that. As always, I want to thank our sponsors that make this happen. Hooper's on 22nd Avenue. If you're looking for a television set, you're looking for a computer, any type of electronics, you'll find it there at Hooper's. Go by and see them. Rick Justice Automotive, they're on North Frontage Road in Meridian. They're right off of I-20. Drop in and see Tom. They'll help you find a car that fits your budget. Along with Piggly Wiggly there of Collinsville. They'll get you in all your groceries and meat and things that you may need, along with a little milk. EMEPA, Graphics Guru. That's the folks there. If you're looking to have maybe a picture put on a canvas. You ever done that? Angie's done it a couple of times. They can do that for you. If you need graphics put on your car for your business, they do that. Anything that you can think of, banners, they do all of that stuff. Graphics Guru on B Street. SMI Automotive, they're going to help you when it comes to that truck. If you need some accessories, winches, lift kits, anything to go along with that, some window tinting, see Joe. He'll bend over backwards to help you there to get your ride looking the best it can. And, of course, Patrick Allen Storm Ready Shelters are just a few of the folks that help us out each and every weekday morning. And the second thing that I want to do this morning is thank you. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast this morning, thank you for dropping by and spending a few minutes of your day with me. If you wouldn't mind, like and share my page with others as bad weather approaches, they need to know about it. The only way that they're going to find out is through you. So if you'll share that, go to your friends list and hit invite and send your friends over so they can find out about this. Thanks for being a part of it, and we'll be back as the weather possibly turns bad. We'll be here tonight to monitor this stuff again after midnight. We'll start seeing rain at 2 a.m., and the worst of the rain should be around 5 a.m. through 11 a.m. in the morning. So wee hours of the morning, but not as bad as it could be of those 2 and 3. But rain is expected. We're not expecting any tornadoes at this point, but some thunderstorm activity. Again, thanks for spending part of your day with Scotty Ray's Morning Weather.